What's up, YouTube? This is Tyler Kirkwood. I got my Lucky Cubs hat on. I was wearing this when they won the World Series. I wanted to give everybody my thoughts on silver and what it's been doing lately. Basically, I got a bunch of data I'm going to go over with you guys and kind of tell you my thoughts. So bear with me for a moment, but I think it'll be worth it if you stick it out to the end. Today, 12/17/18, the Dow closed at 23,592.98. The 52-week high for the Dow Jones is 26,951.81. So as of today, we are down 12.46%, which is a pretty big correction in my opinion. I mean, over 10%. It's only been a few months. It's been getting hit pretty hard, like 500-point hits, man, almost every day for like a week. So kind of concerning. Today, 1 ounce of silver is $14.67. 1 ounce of gold is $1,245.60. The current gold to silver ratio is 84.91. The historical gold to silver ratio peaked at 100 in 1991 and hit a low of 40 in 2011. So, in my opinion, the gold to silver ratio is extremely high right now. I mean, it could go a little higher to 100, but I mean, realistically, it should probably be closer to something like 50, or maybe even lower to 25. So this is like a worst case scenario. This estimate, okay. So basically, in the last depression, the Dow Jones peaked at 5,541.03, somewhere around 1929. When the depression hit its low, the Dow Jones went down to 793.91. Basically, the loss of the overall Dow Jones during the first Great Depression. It's weird I say first, like I'm already assuming there's going to be a second, but I guess inevitably there will be. You'd think at some point in the future there would be another one. I mean, there was World War I and World War II, so why wouldn't there be Depression I and Depression II? But maybe not. Maybe I'm just a little out of my element as far as making those assumptions, but it's just kind of fun to play around with the numbers, and I kind of wanted to evaluate a worst case scenario, because then when you know a worst case scenario, you can at least prepare for a worst case scenario and hope for the best. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's what a lot of people say and what I've heard over time. But anyway, getting back to the numbers, the loss during the Great Depression was basically 85.68%, which is a huge, huge loss. I mean, basically wiped out the whole stock market. But it wasn't 100% loss, so I guess it's better. It's better than 100% loss. So fast forward to today, or basically 2018. The Dow Jones 2018 high was 26,951.81, which I alluded to earlier. We've seen a 12.46% drop in the Dow Jones as of today. Now let's assume that the same thing happens or something similar happens. So basically, if the Dow Jones had a high of 26,951.81 and lost 85.68%, as happened in the Great Depression, the projected Dow Jones low would be 4,398.54. Now, that probably sounds incredibly unrealistic to a lot of people, even to myself. I mean, it just seems ridiculously almost impossible for that to happen. But this is a worst case scenario estimate, so I'm just going to work with it. So let's assume that the Dow Jones did go down to 4,400 basically. Now, during the Great Depression, I think the Dow to gold ratio got to 2-to-1 or 1-to-1 or somewhere around there. Something very similar to 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 as far as the Dow to gold. So let's hypothesize, what if something happened similar and gold went up to 4,400? What would that make silver do? Well, I'm assuming that silver would go back to 40, a gold to silver ratio, a silver to gold ratio of 40-to-1. I'm assuming that if the Dow crashed and gold skyrocketed and the ratio of the Dow to gold was relatively 1-to-1, then it's possible that the silver ratio could go back close to 40 or around 40, which would put silver at $110 per ounce. And $110 $1 silver per ounce seems very realistic considering that it hit a high in 2011 of $50 an ounce. So for it to double that, that seems pretty realistic. Gold going to 4,400 seems a little out there, unreasonable. I'll admit that to you. The Dow going to 4,400 also seems a little bit out there, unrealistic. But these are worst case scenarios. This is me just playing around with the numbers. I do see silver as a tremendous investment. I've thought silver was a tremendous investment basically since like 2007 or something like that. I thought in 2007 it was going to go to about $100 an ounce, and it went to 50 in 2011, and then pretty much crashed again. So it'll be interesting to see if this correction in the Dow Jones continues. Um, what will happen to gold and silver? To me, the whole Bitcoin thing, how Bitcoin basically started out at like $500 or $1,000, and then went to 20,000. To me, that's a foreshadowing of what's going to happen to gold and silver. Because Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, and there's really nothing there. It's just an electronic digit. You know what I'm saying? It has no substance. It has no real value. It has no. It's not a tangible asset. Gold and silver both are tangible assets. You can hold them in your hand. They have actual value. They're used in industry. They're used in automobiles. I'm pretty sure in catalytic converters and some kind of electronic circuit boards. So gold, silver, also platinum, possibly palladium. I'm not really knowledgeable about the whole uses in the automobile industry, but basically the moral of the story is that I agree with a lot of people on YouTube and a lot of the prominent investors that precious metals are a good long-term investment during economic catastrophe, I guess, or some kind of inequilibrium, if that's a word. I don't know. I'm getting a little lost on the end of this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for my finger there. I hope you guys enjoyed the information, and please let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you.